All right, finally some good news for you controller players. You guys might remember a couple days ago we talked about where a massive amount of people were reporting that aim assist fell off, controller felt weird, something was different, sensitivities were messed with this new update. I actually had someone in my Discord server figure out why they think it was actually happening. And then also we have some good news regarding an update. There's a fly running around in my room, or flying around in my room, not technically running, I don't know, so just ignore it. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want a chance to win the $75 weekly giveaway. We're picking a winner tomorrow. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the video. But firstly, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Super Mecha Champions. It's a game that is very similar to like a combination of Apex, Fortnite, and Titanfall if they all had a baby. And no joke, in my first game I dropped over a 20 bomb win. Now it does have a lot more than 60 players. This game's not only on PC but mobile too, and especially with Apex Mobile just recently shutting down, this is your perfect new go-to game. Firstly, it's got a very unique style. This Japanese anime style graphics is honestly really appealing to me. It makes the game a lot easier to see, and I feel like it makes it a little bit more about gun skill as well rather than a whole lot of other things. You guys know sometimes I get aggravated how Apex has like the dirt and debris that gets in your way with visual clutter. Well, these games don't have any of those problems. I also like how the mechas have transformations which you can upgrade, and basically they can get a little bit better. It allows for more options rather than just, you know, there's one mecha that you have to choose here and that's all there comes with it. There's a lot of upgrades here. There's a lot of transformabilities here. It makes the game a little bit more unique. Also, I noticed that you're allowed to switch your tactical literally in the middle of the game, which is pretty neat because I was actually starting off by doing this little front flip roll up throughout the game, which was pretty cool. But then I realized I could switch to this little dash at the end of the game, which allowed me to have this competitive advantage in a tap strafe movement. It's a super fun game, but I know you'll enjoy it. Like I said, I dropped a 20 bomb on my first game. So you guys know we've had a good bit of sponsors on the channel lately because we're trying to buy a house. But I gotta be honest, the last two sponsors, including this one, have been insane games. Like, they're actually fun, not gonna lie. So if you guys want to play them, link is down in the description below for Super Mecha Champions. I know you're gonna enjoy it. So firstly, I wanted to mention that Respawn had actually made a tweet shortly after the launch of Arsenal came out, and they said the Apex team has identified a number of bugs that we're already working on fixes for. Be sure to check out the team's Trello board on the latest information of what we are tracking. So whenever you actually go through and check this, you can see that a lot of the investigating issues are of the following, and I'll read these out just in case any of these are the ones that you've been waiting to have a fix for. Playing at 165 FPS may cause stuttering during some gameplay scenarios. Some players are receiving incorrect rank rewards from the previous season, and then in the control mode, players are occasionally unable to spawn or on any captured zones besides the dropship zone. Windows 7 also with the DirectX game crashing upon launch. Players can get stuck in certain replicators after crafting an item while using DirectX 12. A low detail model setting scanning a ring console will crash the client. And then on Nintendo Switch, some Switch accounts have not been corrected after a previous persistent issue was resolved. So quite frankly, a lot of the issues were not actually mentioned in a lot of these things, one being a lot of the issues that controller players were talking about as well. A lot of fans were suggesting that some changes were being made behind the scenes, and some people were even suggesting that they think what happened is that the PC value option with your aim assist got reverted with the default option. So if you were playing on console specifically and you were playing on default, it was actually PC values, and if you're playing PC values, it was actually the console values. It's kind of weird. So that was one thing that people thought were actually reverted here. And then on the flip side, a lot of people had also said, love what y'all did to aim assist. If the rumors are true, it feels great. So a lot of controller players have been reporting that things seem to be back in business. So if you guys play on controller and specifically console, interested to see if you feel like things are also better now as well. Also wanted to mention this. I cannot believe how broken this is. So it looks like the analytical coach, professional Apex analyst for NRG, has actually found out that the sling weapon on ballistic can actually take attachments. It seems like you have to put this in your weaponry first, like in your normal loadout, get the attachments on it, then move it to the sling, and you can see it still has 27 bullets with a level 3 light mag on this as well, level 4 light mag, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's insane that you can actually still do this. So yeah, you can actually run 3 weapons all with max attachments if you really wanted to. All you have to do is move it to your loadout, put the attachments on, then move it back to your sling, it seems, and it doesn't drop the attachments, it leaves them on there. Now of course I'm assuming this has got to be a bug. Thank you to Buka for tagging me in this as well, but I just feel like there's no way this was intentional. There's no way this is going to stay in the game, and if it is intentional, yeah, he's absolutely broken. Now I also wanted to mention this. I actually talked about it a little bit over on my ALGS channel a little bit more as well, but this was a massive poll that a lot of people are starting to take part of as well, coming from Imperial Howard. He asked his audience, if ranked was good for them or if ranked was bad for them, and 61% said it's bad, 38% said that it's good, and you had 55,000 votes on this as well. And then also I wanted to mention that you actually had a Fortnite ranked designer himself. I think Fortnite calls it Arena or something like that, and Fortnite guy himself, the person who made the Fortnite rank system, actually called out the issues for the Apex rank system. This is back on May the 2nd, I believe, before season 17 ranked was even, like, you know, official. Before it was out, it was basically a bunch of leaks or either patch notes and updates and stuff like that, but it was not actually in the game yet. No one had played it. This was when everybody was typing www, this is amazing and I love to see this. Well, he actually said, my initial response is that it makes no sense, and of course, like all rank systems, this is going to be anti-fun, but not seeing the point of splitting MMR versus LP and then making LP hyper inflated. If I'm following along right, it seems like you'll be guaranteed whatever rank you want as long as you keep playing enough. Well, boy, was he right, because that's exactly what's going on now. You can lose 5 games in a row, doesn't matter, get one ratty game to like 3rd place with 0 kills and you're back in business, and positive more as well. I'm counting 2,100 points in entry fees, then 2,955 in placement payouts even before the bonuses. That's actually insane. Now, while I do obviously have some issues with the rank system itself, I actually like this take a little bit better from Stay Naughty than most people, because I actually do think that over time, yes, people will get into their appropriate ranks, the games will feel a little bit better. I think over time, like in the last couple of days, people have started to report that some of their games are feeling a little bit more competitive, the end games are actually a little sweaty, and I think that if people played how it was supposed to be played, obviously it would all feel good. But the thing is, people know that, you know, you could just rat your way, or, you know, you could just ape fest, whatever, do whatever you want to, because there's no punishment really. You could always just rat your way to 2nd place and get 3 or 4 or 5 bad games taken care of, because it's only negative 30 LP that gets you into the games. So Stay Naughty made a good point here that I think I agree with. I don't agree with everyone complaining about the new system. I actually think that it's the closest to perfect we have ever seen so far. All you guys got to do, in my opinion, is add negative 70 to negative 150 dynamic style for the entry cost per game, just for masters and preds. The static style for every other rank is perfect, to be honest. The exact kind of vibe from season 13 Stormpoint. Overall amazing update, and I love it so far. This makes it a best of both worlds, so that the more casual players, you know, and for those that are mostly pred grinders, it's a perfect world. As someone with most of the playtime in Apex Legends, I believe that I have a good idea on these kind of things, and everything else is perfect. Now, I actually do think that some of the entry costs maybe should be upped a little bit in the platinum world, diamond world as well, maybe not just masters and preds, but regardless, I actually think that overall this system has a lot of good things about it. And for people that are just, you know, 100% clowning on it, like, this is horrible, this is such a bad step in the direction of whatever, I actually think that's wrong. I think there are a lot of good things out of this. There's only really 1 or 2 bad things that is making the entire system look bad, when in reality, most of the things, in my opinion, are good here. And on paper, it makes sense here. I think some of the numbers just need to be tweaked a little bit, and will be all good. His Watson also said, I think what makes people so frustrated with Apex, and I agree with this wholeheartedly, is that the core gameplay mechanics are just phenomenal, right? People get mad about Apex all the time. Oh, the game's dying, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? The game's not going to die. People don't leave. They always come back, because the core mechanics of Apex are just that good. But everything outside of the game is either horrible or mid at best. Apex has done a lot of things like, you know, mediocre, or, you know, it's not as good as it could be, but at the core base of the game, it's so fun, it's so good, and that's why people are sticking around to see if it gets better, because we like the core of the game. And I think that's why so many people are frustrated, is because they know that the potential is unbelievable and the execution is horrid. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends news related. Until the next time, I will see you all later, Gators.